The People's Court, today at 4:30.
Okay, Jody, you want something else to eat now?
No, stop.
Not even more ice cream?
No, not even that.
Why don't you put your feet up? You must be exhausted.
I am, but I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about it much longer. You're all gonna kill me with kindness.
You're right. First, I'm going to give you a tremendous hug. And then I'm going to kill you for taking such terrible chances.
Well, when you're through with her, you can hand her over to me.
Yeah, well, I'm next in line. Look, Jody, I know you went through a hell of an ordeal. What on earth possessed you to interfere with Calvin's arrest of that young hood?
I didn't interfere. It was an accident.
I'll bet.
No, really. Calvin handed me the phone, told me to call the police, and I accidentally dropped it.
Accidentally, on purpose.
And now that guy Pietro is out there somewhere, and who knows where or when the next bomb is going to go off.
Jody, how could you do such a thing? If it wasn't for Calvin's generosity, you might be liable for a charge of some kind.
It was an accident, that's all.
What would make you want to help the guy after what he put you through?
Jody, you admitted that you felt sorry for the guy.
Yeah, I did, because he was hurt and he needed help.
He is a criminal.
He's not a criminal.
Sounds like a case of brainwashing to me. I mean, a couple of anarchists work you over, and then you feel sorry for them.
I don't think Jody even thinks they are anarchists.
No, I don't. I think there are a couple of students who hate what's happening to their country, and they just wanted to help it. And I think it's a shame that one of them got killed in the process.
Yes, it's very tragic. But, you know, these kids are playing a very dangerous game. They're dealing in violence, kidnapping. Now, when that happens, someone's going to get hurt. Someone's going to get killed.
Okay, but it's not a game to them. The government of their country is a tyranny. They needed help.
Well, what on earth made them think that you could help them?
Because of her.
And what's the painting got to do with it?
Well, it's not really the painting, it's the subject. I know who that is now. Her name is Marie Bonaventure. She's the martyr of Eden. She's their most revered national heroine. And I am her great-great-great-grandchild.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Coast Soap, the refreshing soap that brings you back to life. Coast Deodorant Soap, the eye-opener. And by High Point Decaffeinated Coffee, with flavor as full of life as you are.
It's very nice.
Thank you. 1 rehearsal, 4 actors, and 20 coffee cups. Around here, we don't like coffee, we love it. I look forward to my 6th cup as much as my first one. That's because my coffee's High Point decaffeinated. I don't need caffeine, I'm active enough, thank you. But that's just one reason this coffee lover chooses High Point. Oh, that aroma's wonderful. Just look at this deep, rich color. But you know what really matters to coffee lovers? This. Deep and rich. Flavor this good has to be deep brewed into a coffee.
Try High Point, the coffee lover's decaffeinated.
Deep brewed flavor. I think you'll really go for it.
I shouldn't exercise. I'm in no shape for physical fitness.
All you need is a shower.
I need more than a shower.
You still don't feel better? Hold up your hand.
I can't lift it.
Here, try this soap. It's Coast.
Is this a deodorant soap?
Uh-huh.
Gee, Coast smells sensational. And it feels sensational. Look at all this lather. You know what? I do feel better. I never thought I'd feel this good again.
See? And it'll be even easier for you the next time.
No other soap picks you up quite like Coast, the eye-opener.
The role of Skylar Whitney is temporarily being played by James Horan.
Nora, you still haven't said one thing that would convince me you should have a job in the Whitney house.
Look, Spencer, I know you don't like me.
That's the most accurate statement you've made so far.
You cannot stand in the way of my getting this job. I need to work. You know that I'm more than qualified.
I know all about your qualifications. You do your job very well when you're not busy making trouble for someone.
That's not true. You know that.
I've seen you in action, Nora. Remember the Bowies, Mrs. Saxon, Mrs. Whitney? Not to mention a little chaos on the side, including a number of their friends.
Oh, those were unfortunate circumstances. I mean, none of them were really my fault.
All right.
Look, Spencer, it's just a job as a housekeeper. You know that I'm very good at domestic work. I take a lot of pride in it. Please, I'll do real well.
At what? Creating another little scam, maybe?
I only got involved because you did. Your hands are not exactly spotless.
I'm not excusing myself, Nora, but at least I had a legitimate reason. You were deep into that rotten scam against Raven long before I knew about it.
I swear I'll never do it again. I've learned my lesson.
Nora, we're not getting anywhere with all this.
Please, I need this job.
I seem to remember giving you $2,000 to get out of town and start fresh somewhere. Why didn't you?
Well,
Oh, never mind. I think I know. Has something to do with Gunther's miraculous return, doesn't it? I mean, that's why you need this job so desperately. It's because you want to stay close to him.
Yes.
I'll never understand you, Nora. The only living person in this world you have a shred of loyalty for is Gunther Wagner.
I love him. But I guess that's something you wouldn't know anything about. Okay, Spencer, you win. I lose. I can see it's no use. You despise me, and you have all the cards.
I don't despise you, Nora. That would be a waste of time.
It's too bad, you know. I'd be right for that job. But you're Mr. Whitney's business manager, and he'll listen to your recommendation.
From what I know about Skylar Whitney, that isn't necessarily true, Nora.
But you're in a position to influence him on this job, aren't you?
I suppose so, yes.
Okay, like I said, you have the upper hand. See you around, Spencer.
Wait a minute, Nora.
Yes?
I don't know what's wrong with me, but, all right. I'll give you a chance. Now, shut up. Now, you listen. You get this straight. This is only a trial period as the housekeeper. One underhanded move from you, and you are out. And another thing, you can keep the money.
You'll excuse me if I seem a little high on just one drink, Valerie. It's not the wine, I assure you. It's a combination of a lot of things. Not the least of which is my pleasure at being in your company tonight.
Thank you. It's nice to see you so happy with events in general and your world in particular.
I've never been happier or more satisfied with my lot. And my satisfaction will increase after tomorrow.
What's happening?
I'm moving into the Whitney house. My house.
That house really means a lot to you, doesn't it?
Of course. It's the symbol of the Whitney background, tradition, power. The very foundation of what's rightfully mine. Other people have been living in that mansion for over a year now, spending my money, posturing with the Whitney prestige. Now it's my turn.
I'm sure you have every right to feel that way, Sky, but
But what?
I'm just wondering about how intensely you feel about those material things.
It's not just the material things, Valerie. It's what they represent. And they seem doubly sweet to me now, since I've been deprived of them for so long.
Would you have another drink, sir?
Yes, sir. 2 more of these, please.
It was a terrible thing that Jeff Brown did. I guess the only thing that can be said in his defense is that he thought you were dead.
It makes it even worse, in my opinion. Robbing from the dead. Oh, well, that's all past now, no matter. Actually, I discovered something very interesting today. Surprising, even.
What's that?
I have some reason to be grateful to Jeff Brown, even though he did put me through so much trouble. He was a fairly good caretaker of the family fortune. He invested wisely, and except for a few ill-conceived company purchases and one near-disastrous merger, he handled the financial end of Whitney Enterprises very well.
So there's one thing in his favor.
Yes, he could have left me in total ruin. But the best thing he left me intact was the Whitney mansion. He bought it and restored it to its original glory.
Oh, it's such a big place.
Hmm.
I imagine you're going to have to hire quite a staff to run it.
Well, I've already hired all the key people I need. But what it's really missing now is a woman's touch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I haven't said thank you to you yet for making the Whitney Theater available to Jim Dieterson. Really, He's so excited about it and so grateful.
It wasn't my intention to earn Mr. Diedrichson's gratitude.
I hope you're not telling me that you did it just for me.
But it's true, and I make no attempt to hide it. Of course, that's the reason you agreed to join me for dinner tonight, isn't it? As a gesture of appreciation for my helping a friend?
I thought this would be a nice opportunity to say thank you. However, I won't hesitate to tell you that I feel no obligation myself.
Good. That's a straightforward answer. I like that, Valerie. Now that I've regained my position, I don't want people liking me just for what I can do for them.
So, what's the ex-Mrs. Whitney going to do tomorrow when you move into that house?
I'm not sure she even knows about it yet. It'll be a nice little surprise.
Okay, Mrs. Whitney, you've just got another half an hour.
Mrs. Whitney.
Mrs. Whitney, come on. You can take another half hour.
You've all experienced pain. Isn't that why you admire anyone or anything that can fight pain and win? Well, Anison can fight headache pain and win. I must say, I never knew how Anison worked before I met their research scientists. They tell me Anison works on the basic chemistry of your pain, right at the source, with more pain reliever than any regular headache tablet, with or without aspirin. Anison works. Let Anison help you fight headache pain and win.
Here it comes, freshen up, and now we've got big news for you. Here it comes, freshen up, a bigger piece, a big new chew. Bigger, better, freshen up, the gum that goes wow.
Squirt!
The gum that goes squirt, big new chew.
But here's the part you're not going to believe, though. See, they kidnapped Jody, they hold her for 2 days, they don't even ask for ransom. I'm not 1 cent.
Well, maybe they didn't need the money.
You're so logical. That's why I love you.
That must have been a terrible ordeal for poor Jody, though.
Well, I'll tell you, if it had been me, I would have fainted belly up.
No, you wouldn't have. You would have acted your way out of it.
Right. And did you ever find out what the kidnappers did want?
No, that never came clear. But it must have been important. One of them lost their life for it. The girl was shot by one of the cops.
Calvin?
Oh, no. A guy named Loomis, I think. See, Calvin and Damien left the stakeout to follow Mr. Keyes to his house.
Who would have thought that a sweet old man like that would be a crook? I can't believe it.
Neither can I. I've bought books there lots of times, and he always seems so kind and helpful.
Well, at least Jody's home and she's safe.
Yeah.
And I certainly feel relieved. See, this lets me off the hook. That's why I bought this round. I'm celebrating.
Oh?
Well, if I didn't let Jody talk me out of not following her to the bookstore, this whole thing wouldn't have happened.
Cliff, it was not your fault.
Oh, don't go making excuses for me, Mitzi.
Okay?
Well, you don't have to be that easy, you know. You can make a couple excuses.
Mitzi, don't let this job interfere with your social life.
No, I am working very hard. I'm just resting my feet.
Hey, I guess you guys have heard that Jody Travis is back home. She's safe and sound. Boy, that's a terrible thing to have happen to a sweet kid like that.
Yeah, we were just discussing that. I'm certainly relieved.
I understand that Calvin was the one responsible for finding her.
Yeah, that's right. He was in here a little while ago. And did he ever tell me something very peculiar?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, don't spread this around, but it seems that Jody helped her kidnapper escape.
You're kidding me.
No, she kind of got in his way, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Well, why would she do that? I mean, after all she's been through.
Well, I don't know. Don't ask me. But there must have been a good reason of some kind.
Sid.
Oh, my God, what are you doing, Diedrichson? You put me down. What's the matter with you? Have you lost your mind?
Just a little delirious.
I'll get you a doctor.
No, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell all of you. You know that $10,000 that you loaned me?
Minus the $200 that you paid me back? Yeah, what about it?
Well, you still own a share in our acting company. I got the Whitney Theater back.
What a grandmother had a secret. She squeezed lemons to get dishes clean.
I sure don't need to do that now. For a lemon fresh clean, I use Lemon Fresh Joy.
Lemon Fresh Joy?
It'll really take care of this mess.
Still, squeezing lemons might...
You don't need to squeeze lemons to get clean dishes. Squeeze Lemon Fresh Joy.
Joy smells so lemony.
Incredibly lemony. And Joy's thick suds give us that lemon fresh clean right down to the shine.
Gorgeous shine. These dishes are so clean, they shine.
Like the shine your grandmother got?
Maybe. Even better.
Try Lemon Fresh Joy for a lemon fresh clean that shines.
I'm financial supervisor of the Watson family. My job's to keep costs down. Your 3 minutes are up, madam. Not easy. Because I want what's right for my family. And that means cushion-quilted Pampers. I've tried bargain brands. Pampers helps keep my Billy a lot drier. And dryness is what I want for my baby.
Look, wet a Pampers and the average bargain brand. Wait a minute. Slip in a blotter. Pampers cushion-quilted lining helps keep babies a lot drier.
Ring, ring. It's for you, Billy. Tell him to call back. I've got to change him. Pampers. They help keep him a lot drier.
Cushion-quilted Pampers helps keep a little baby a lot drier.
You're not fooling us. I mean, you wouldn't do that to your best friends, would you?
No, I'm not fooling.
What happened?
It's a miracle.
It is a miracle. I've been sitting here talking with Skylar Whitney, and he made me this offer.
That you couldn't refuse.
Yeah, it's a little iffy, but if we all pull together, I think we can pull this one off.
Oh, what do you mean it's a little iffy?
Well, I've got to re-equip the whole theater, but I think we can do it.
Then what happens?
Well, they give me the theater for free for a whole year.
All right. My career is not dead yet. Maybe I can still play Lady Macbeth.
Oh, yeah. Looks to me like I'm going to have to be in the market for a new waitress, huh?
No. I can act and I can wait tables at the banquet. You'll see.
Yeah, like you always have.
Right.
Excuse me. Good evening, Mr. Lorimer.
Hey, how are you? Good looking? And I'm still waiting for you to invite me down here for a little late night supper one of these nights.
Ah, well, as you can see, I hardly ever have time to eat. Table for one?
No, we're going to be two people.
Oh, how about this table you had the other night when you were in with the lady?
No, that was no lady. That was my secretary.
Back against the wall?
No, this is all right. This is fine. I'm comfortable now. By the way, that reminds me, how does a nice chick, good-looking, sexy lady like you wind up with a name like Sidney? You want to explain that to me?
Well, it just happens to be my name, pal.
How it is, Joe? Hey, Joe, over here. Come on over, Joe. Have a seat.
Would you gentlemen like a drink?
Yeah. Want a bottle of champagne? No, I'll tell you what. I'm going to have vodka on the rocks. What about you, Joe? You want vodka? Yeah, say, that's okay. 2 vodkas on the rocks. Make it the good stuff. All right, sweetheart?
You can call me Sid, okay?
Sid, you got it. So, Joe, how the hell are you?
Okay, I guess you heard the Travis girls back home.
Yeah, I heard. And I didn't like what went down in that bookstore. I didn't like it one bit.
Well, you know, that was my brilliant idea.
I know. We'll talk about that later. Right now, you and I got a little straightening out to do. We got some things to talk about. Number one, your boss, ex-boss, Dwight Endicott.
What about him?
He won't be coming back from the island. Not for a very long, long time.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. Don't you want to know why?
I don't ask questions, Eddie. Besides, Miss Endicott will tell me.
I'm going to tell you why. It's because the boys out there didn't like the way he was handling things. You see, he was getting a little sloppy. He didn't think about things the way he was supposed to. You understand? Now, you know this business, Joe. You got to be on your feet. You got to be fast on your feet. You got to make decisions, quick decisions, right? You got to make the right choices. Mr. Endicott didn't make the right choices. And those big guys over there, those heavyweights, they don't fool around.
That's what I hear.
There you go.
Okay, thanks, Sidney.
Thanks.
Like I said, Endicott is out. I'm taking over the entire operation. Everything.
Hey, congratulations, Eddie. And I'm glad for you.
Now, from what I hear, Joe, on the street, you're good people. You're a stand-up guy. I want you to come and work for me. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you want to do something else, it's okay. I understand. You do whatever you want to do, okay?
Well, you know, Endicott was paying me 2 big ones a week in cash.
That's no problem. I'll give you 3 big ones in cash. I figure you got the kind of talent, it's worth the bread to me, understand?
Sounds like a good deal. Sure, I get a raise and you get a new first lieutenant.
Deal made. Let's drink to it.
Eddie, one thing I was wondering about. Maybe you can enlighten me.
Yeah, what's that?
You got rid of Endicott very, very neatly. Why didn't you get rid of his daughter?
Joseph, you and me are going to have a very long, profitable relationship, all right? Me and you are going to get along just terrific.
See, Viva and Pietro told me that their country is filled with corruption, and the only way to get rid of it is to overthrow the present government. Now, what they wanted to do was to rally the people together around a symbol, around the reincarnation of Marie Bonaventure, their national heroine.
You mean to say that those two are planning to kidnap you and just present you to the people of Eden as a rallying symbol?
Well, I guess. I really don't know exactly what their plans were.
Well, why is this so familiar to me? Why don't I read something recently, an article or something called Trouble in Paradise?
Honey, it wasn't an article. It was a treatment for a television documentary that someone presented to WMON.
Ah, that's what it was.
And I asked you to read it after Geraldine had looked at it because I wanted your opinion on it.
What did you think, Miles?
Well, I agreed with Geraldine. I didn't think there was enough evidence to prove that this government over there was being influenced by organized crime. I got lots of allegations, very strong, but nothing to back it up.
Boy, I thought it was something out of Fantasyland, too, until this experience. Now I think I should have taken it a little more seriously.
So just because this famous heroine might, and I say might, be an ancestor of yours, these 2 student terrorists want you to sacrifice everything here and go lead them into battle? That's really crazy.
Now, quixotic is a word for it, you know, tilting at windmills. It's nuts.
Fine. Okay, Oscar. Thank you. That's Oscar. Chad Sutherland is on his way up.
What the hell does he want? Doesn't he know what you've been through? What you need right now is rest and the comfort and safety of your own home.
All right, well,
I don't care. It's an intrusion any way you look at it.
all right. No.
Hi.
Hello, Chad.
I hope it's okay to be here.
Oh, sure. Come on in.
I just heard that you got home safely. Sure glad you weren't hurt. I could have never finished your portrait by memory.
Is that the only reason you care she's safe? Because of your damn portrait?
Meet Lipton iced tea lover Don Meredith.
Now, there's a different way to make iced tea. Lipton Sun Tea. Just brew it in the sun. It's easy. You take 3 family-sized tea bags and put it in a gallon of cold water. Set it in the sun for about 3 or 4 hours. That old sun makes iced tea so smooth and clear, brings out every drop of flavor in Lipton's quality blend. Smooth and clear sun tea with Lipton's family-sized tea bags. Dandy tasting.
I can't find time to do my oven.
Try this lemon-scented oven cleaner.
Watch Mrs. Burnell discover lemon-scented easy-off oven cleaner. It's fast and easy.
I can smell lemons. Wow, it really works. That really is amazing. Look at that goop. It's all gone. I would love to know what product this is. Easy Off Oven Cleaner. Lemon-scented Easy Off is a real gift of time.
Easy Off makes oven cleaning easier.
Lemon-scented or regular with the anti-fume valve.
Fast and easy.
On General Hospital.
Now, if you think that our meeting was just accidental, then I really do feel sorry for you because you have no concept about what a miracle is. Could you walk away now?
General Hospital, weekdays.
Sorry about the outburst. We're just a little shaky right now. Forget it. It's been a trying time for all of you.
I just think the best thing for Jody right now is to get some rest and go to bed.
Sure, sounds sensible. I just wanted to stop by to see if there was anything I could do.
Yeah, Chad, there is something that I did want to ask you.
Yeah?
Well, when I was in the custody of those 2 people, they told me something pretty crummy about your friend, Mr. Endicott.
Oh, really? What'd they say?
Do you know anything about Mr. Endicott's connection with the Republic of Eden?
Good heavens, Jody, what do you mean?
Well, Viva and Pietro told me that Mr. Endicott is sort of a front man here in America for the gangsters that are running the government in Eden.
Gangsters? What gangsters? Look, I can assure you the Endicotts are a very distinguished family. Those terrorists are crazy. I mean, that's got to be an outright lie.
Well, I can't tell you what's true or false. I'm only telling you what they said.
Yeah, well, the Endicotts did live in Eden many years ago. Gangsters, I mean, that's just not possible.
Well, maybe you've been fooled, Chad, like the rest of us.
You see, Joe, your old boss, Endicott, he had a big problem. You understand? He just didn't think about what he was doing. He had a very simple solution to all his problems. Just blow it away, that's all. You get my drift?
Well, that's what you gotta do sometimes.
Look, I'm not blaming you. You did your job. You did it very well. You left no traces. You did good work. But Endicott never got rid of his real problem. You know who that was, don't you?
Jody Travis.
You got it. That little chick could blow a whole operation over here. You talk about a monkey wrench into a machine. Just think about it for a minute.
Yeah, that's what I hear. She waves the flag, boom, there goes the whole government.
And no government over there, no business over here either. Let me tell you something. Here's the catch. We can't hurt this chick. We can't touch her. If we touch her, we blow them right out of the water over there. Endicott knew it. He couldn't touch her. And we can't either.
So what do we do? Just sit back?
There are other ways to get people to do what you want them to do. You gotta find out what makes them tick, what their soft spot is. You know what I'm saying? Who they care about. Listen to what I'm saying. Who?
Another gray hair, Mrs. J?
Oh, gray doesn't bother me.
But constipation does.
And lately, my laxative.
Tried X-Lax yet? Give me your hand. Meet the gentle medicine they call the overnight wonder.
This little pill?
That little pill, orange chocolatey squares. X-Lax restores your system's own natural rhythm for relief in the morning.
My own system does it?
Gently. All we do is help.
X-Lax.
Pills are chocolated. It's the overnight wonder.
How do Kenny Rogers, his wife, and her ex-husband live together in harmony? Inquiring minds want to know.
I want to know.
How has a new love for Duke star Catherine Bach turned her lonely life around? This week's National Enquirer tells you, how can watching fish lower your blood pressure? How can the New York City diet plan help you lose weight tastefully?
It's in the Enquirer.
What makes TV comedy stars laugh their way to the bank? Find out in the Enquirer. Over 100 features for people with inquiring minds.
Like me.
Tonight, a family feud threatens to keep Frankie Avalon from singing at the Leopard Lodge until Fonzie steps in on Happy Days. Then Carmine struck by lightning and becomes a celebrity while Squiggy tries to cash in on his electrifying experience on Laverne and Shirley. And on Three's Company, Jack makes the mistake of his life when he misunderstands the motives of a visiting nun. After Henry raises Cain when Sarah wants to swap college for TV stardom. On Too Close for Comfort, tonight on ABC.
Tonight on ABC's World News Tonight, 9 dead and scores maimed by terrorist bombs in London. Plus, a look inside Saudi Arabia as you've never seen it, while their leaders meet with America to solve the Mideast crisis. ABC News, uniquely qualified to bring you the world.
Now, take advantage of Elaine Power's incredible low price. Only $9.95 a month for a complete 6-month proven program of weight loss. But hurry, this offer ends soon. Call now. Don't miss out.
This is Stormfield. Coming up for you on the 5 o'clock Eyewitness News, there may be a maniac on the loose responsible for 2 murders, both of them to 2 young women, each found in the same area of Lower Manhattan. Milt Lewis will have the latest on the police manhunt. And another story developing out on Long Island, a doctor has been kidnapped. We'll have the latest for you, and we'll have this.
This could have been a case of real highway robbery. I'm Mara Walensky, and I'll have that story.
Phyllis Eliasberg will protect your pet. We'll have more for you. Join us at 5.
When my husband has a hemorrhoid flare-up, you'd think he was a bear. More doctors recommend Anusol suppositories for hemorrhoids. Anusol is not the one you hear about a lot, but it is the medication more doctors recommend. Anusol soothes, lubricates, in many cases temporarily relieves the occasional symptoms of inflammation like pain, itch, Anusol can also turn a bear into a honey.
Ah, Anusol from Park Davis, the suppositories more doctors recommend.
Where were you in 71 tonight at 7:30?
This is Arnold Conter, the plaintiff.